many ways that we dissipate energy, we lose energy. When we think of body energy, we think of food, what I consume, and then so then there is energy. But friends, one of the biggest ways we lose energy, and the biggest ways we continue to create events to lose energy is we speak. We lose energy every time we feel low. Our feelings are energy. We open our mouth and talk and complain and judge people. That means we are somewhere deep inside, we are feeling low. The emotion is low. That means we're losing all the energy right there. Complaining and judging are anti spiritual practice. Or if we don't complain, don't judge, in the context of energy, we are plentifully receiving. And complaining straight away makes us helpless, and then we are losing ton of energy in the process of feeling low. Every thought, every word is energy. Unscientific thinking, unwanted thinking is making us lose energy. Thankfully, the simple meditation is helping us to remove and eliminate all that unwanted thinking. Now you can easily test this. Suppose we have breakfast and sit down, not do anything, just sit down at home. 20% of the body energy, yes, I'm talking about the energy to do, is utilized by the brain in this, all the idea, all the thoughts. The thoughts are the fundamentally dissipating a lot of energy. Must be much more. That's why we feel hungry very soon, even though we don't do anything. But now with meditation, we don't dissipate energy anymore. Instead, we move into higher emotional states, peaceful states. So we start gaining, we start aligning to this field to receive energy.
Hi, friends and masters. Thank you all so much for joining on a Sunday. I promise that your joining will be worth it today. Because today we are going to have an introduction to the book, The Four Agreements, which we will be then discussing over the coming week. And I remember when I read this book for the first time, I understood the reason for my anxiety, and it was as if, for the first time I was able to make sense of, why I used to feel anxious and what the thoughts used to go on in my head. So I hope to share that with you today, that what this book is telling, what is the background it's laying down for the four agreements, which then we will discuss in the coming week. So, friends, this book is called The Four Agreements. It is by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it's just a 90-page book, so small, but so much full of wisdom that I would really recommend that despite listening to it, also pick up the book, read it for yourself, because sometimes like when you read the sentences again and again, and you get to ponder upon them, and it really ends up making a difference. So, friends, this book in the beginning, what the author is explaining to us is that, when we are born, we don't know anything, no language, no thoughts, nothing about how the society works, what's happening around us. We are taught all of this. What language? It's because of our parents and our society where we are born. Then, as and when we grow, we are taught the rules of the world around us, through our parents, through our school, and through religion, through the society around us. We are taught that what is the right way to live life, how that is taught to us by rewards and punishments. When you do something that is relevant or that is good, you are said, oh wow, what a good girl or a good boy. When you don't do something good, you are punished for it. And what is this reward or punishment that we get for, all of these actions? It is the reward or punishment of attention. When we do something good or when we do something that's appropriate as per what the society does, we are given more attention, we get more positive attention. Whereas when we don't subscribe to those rules around us, then we are punished in the form of negative attention from the people around us. So the author is saying that every time someone tells you how a certain thing works, and you agree to it, you form an agreement. So over time, when we are growing up, all of our beliefs and conceptions about us, about the world, are just agreements that we have formed with the world, which we have been taught by the world. What if I have to give an example, what is beautiful or what is ugly, what we find acceptable or what we find disagreeable, what is the meaning of success, what is the meaning of failure, all of these things, what is the right thing to do, what is the wrong thing to do, what is good behavior, what is bad behavior, all of these things are what we have been learning from our environment as we grow. And that's what suddenly happens, that when we become teenagers or when we grow up and we actually start questioning that, okay, like what we have been taught, do I really believe it? Do I really agree with what I have been taught till now? Or is it that I'm just agreeing to whatever has been told to me? And majority times people don't even ask this question, because by then it's too late. They are too involved, or they are so much a part of the system that first of all they don't even know that that they are a part of a system, that everything is happening the way everyone has been taught that it should happen. And second of all, even when we come to know about this, we don't really know what to do about it, because at the end of the day you have to live as a part of society. So they're saying that this process is called the domestication of humans. And it is through this domestication that we learn how to dream. All believe that all that what we are taught, what kind of behavior is acceptable, what is the concept of a man, what is the concept of a woman, everything is based on this information that we receive from the outside. So they're saying that what happens after this domestication, the second part that comes in, that we create an inner judge within us. That earlier when we were young, we were domesticated by the society or the people around us who were telling us that, okay, like this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing to do. But as we grow up, we have a judge inside us who then automatically starts telling us what is the right thing to do or what is the wrong thing to do. So we become our own critic. So they're saying now we don't even need someone on the external end to punish us, because we are constantly punishing ourselves if we don't follow the rules of our belief system. So our mind automatically tells us that whether what we are doing is right or wrong. And in this process of judging ourselves and judging the world around us, we start living in a constant state of fear, doubt, worry. And you know it's like living by a book of laws, that whatever, if you're doing things as per that book of law, we feel good. If we don't, then we have all of these judgments and we start becoming the victim. And the victim carries the blame, the guilt, the shame. It is the part of us that says that, oh, poor me, I'm not good enough, I'm not intelligent enough, I'm not attractive enough, I'm not worthy of love, poor me. So all of this happens because we have created this ideal of perfection as per what has been taught to us, that this is the best way to be, or this is the ideal way to live life. So when because of this ideal that we create, even if we make a mistake, how many times do we pay for it? Or if someone else makes a mistake, how many times do we make them pay for it? Humans are the only species who pay for their mistakes again and again because of their mind. So, we make a mistake, we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty, and we punish ourselves. But, that is not enough. We do it again and again. Every time we remember what we did or what someone else did, we judge ourselves, we judge them. And it's again and again. Even if we look at our parents, maybe sometimes they did something wrong, but we punish them for the same mistakes till the end of time. So in this entire process, our journey of living as humans has in this journey, it has become normal for us to suffer, to live in fear, and to create all these emotional dramas around us. But were we really supposed to live this way? Some religions in the West and all talk about hell, that how if you don't live a good life, you'll go to hell. But the author is saying that because of the our current way of operations, we have created hell for ourselves on earth right now. Because whenever we feel emotions of anger, jealousy, envy, or hate, we create that hell within us and we start living in it as well. So, right now, there's this beautiful line that he says that is why humans resist life. To be alive is the biggest fear humans have. These days, people are so afraid, they live life so fearfully that it's they prefer to be dead than to be alive, which was at one point of time, being human was considered to be the biggest gift that mankind can get. So the risk of being alive is to express what we really are. But just being ourselves, who we really are, is such a big fear for us these days because of all of these agreements we made with the society around us, all of these definitions or ideals that we agreed to, and now we try to follow them. So during this entire process, we form this image of perfection in order to be good enough, and so that we are accepted by everybody. But in this entire process of trying to please our loved ones, trying to please our parents, our family, the society, in order to be trying to be good enough for them, we create an image of perfection, but we don't fit this image because there is no word as perfect. That I personally believe it should not even exist in the dictionary. So when we don't fit with this supposed image of perfection in our life, we cannot forgive ourselves that, oh, I was not able to reach this standard, or achieve what I wanted to achieve. And that's why we are not able to forgive ourselves, because we believe that we are not who we should be or who we could be. And that's why we start living in fear, frustration. We hide ourselves. We pretend to be who we are not. And that's why we feel unauthentic all the time. We wear this social mask to keep others from seeing it. On the outside, everybody might see that, okay, this person is happy, they are living such a good life, everybody posts their happy pictures on Instagram. But what are you really feeling from within? How much are we constantly judging ourselves and others on the basis of this level of perfection that we have set for by ourselves, and then when we fall short of those expectations? So the author is saying that, we dishonor ourselves just to please other people. We even harm our physical bodies to be accepted by other people when, we go on these crazy diets, or now that all these Ozempic injections and everything are coming, all this beautification efforts that we put in, it's for others, so that others like us, so that others find and conform to this agreement that we made of what is beautiful and what is ugly. So sometimes when people are not able to rise to that expectation, we reject ourselves and we constantly punish ourselves for not being who we believed that we should be. And that's why he's saying that there's no one who abuses ourselves more than us. and the judge which is there in our mind, and the victim that is there in our mind, and the belief systems that we have accepted as the ultimate truth. So when we say, that of course there are other people who have done wrong to us, sure, that might be there. But even then, we have done more harm to ourselves by accepting that from the people around us, because somewhere or the other we believe that we deserve it. So he's saying that we have the need to be accepted and to be loved by others, but we cannot accept and love ourselves. So the self abuse in this sense is also the negative thoughts that we keep having in our head, the self rejection that comes up. Is, our image of perfection is there, and we reject ourselves, and we don't accept ourselves the way we are. That's why we abuse ourselves also, and we also accept abuse from others. So, he's saying that now there are thousands of agreements that we have made with ourselves, with the people, about the dream life, with God, with society, with parents, about, what is the right way to live, what is the right way to live life. But in this process, we are not able to be our authentic self. And uh, in an attempt to follow these agreements, we are suffering more and we are failing more in life. So, if you want to live a life full of joy and fulfillment, you have to find the courage to break those agreements that are fear based and that claim your personal power. So, the agreements that come from fear require a lot of energy from our end. But the agreements that come from love help us conserve energy and even gain more energy and operate in our most authentic self. So this book is about, claiming our personal power back. That can we break away from those agreements that have been governing our life till now? And can we use the personal power that is there to create new agreements to, which allow us to take our power back in our control? And so he's saying that if we can see that it is our agreement that we decide what will happen in our life, then we need to change the agreements that have been governing us till now. And now, in the rest of the book, he will talk about four very powerful agreements that help us break away from how we have been living till now, how we have been living in fear, and how it has been depleting our energy. And every time you break an agreement, the power or energy that the agreement was taking away from you returns to you. So he's saying that if you adopt these four new agreements, they will create personal power for you to change your entire belief system and how you operate with the world around you. So you will see that how this hell that somehow we have created for all of us will disappear, and you will start living a life of your dreams. So what are these four agreements? We will go in detail each one of them in the coming 4 days. And I'm not going to read them out now because each, requires an in-depth discussion about what they carry. And I want you all to join and actually listen to what these four agreements are. All of my entire family was so impressed by this book that we bought lots of copies, and then we now just share it with people who we meet. Because if we can actually implement these four rules in our life and things can become easier, then why not? Why not just try? So this was the basic introduction to this book, and we will discover and go deeper into them in the coming 4 days. And till then, let's go in for meditation.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands in your chest area. And resting your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life. With its higher vibration of love, compassion, kindness, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply imagine to be living an experience of higher emotions of love, deep joy, gratitude. Relive that moment and feel that energy. The more you experience this higher emotions and energy of love, compassion, the more coherent you become. With all things and everyone. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy connected to each other. Elusive. to direct this energy, to spread this energy to everyone and everything on this planet, to help them elevate themselves. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Feel. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe your breath, becomes empty. The mind is becoming empty. We experience greater emptiness. That calmness inside of you, all around you. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into the deeper states of calmness, emptiness. As the mind is becoming empty, all that liberated energy is channelized into the present moment. Your body begins to function at its natural best. You develop greater power of thought. yourself to experience that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that calmness, stillness within you as you merge into your breath. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of limitless dimensions, the field of infinite possibilities. The more you are with it, the more you tune in to the abundance of healing energy. empowerment energy. That energy of love, that energy of the mystic, or whatever you can become aware of. Into this emptiness of no body, of no thing. Less matter, more emptiness and energy. As the mind is rested, you move away from this matter, your body. You experience that emptiness, energy, the feel of all connection, the field of all wisdom. The more you are in this calmness, emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more connected you become. Merge into the emptiness of yourself, your divine self. Receive your greater mind, that awareness. the more you are with it, the more you experience your intuitive intelligence. The more you develop that acceptance, and the more effortless life becomes. Friend, it's truly a privilege to be experiencing this life, to be exploring consciousness. What a greater life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to everything and to everyone? Be grateful to this intelligent universe. To your parents, to your teachers, to your mentors. Deep gratitude to yourself, to your body. Give thanks to this nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. Gratitude to all the people in your life, to everyone. To everything, the technology, the system, the company, the governments. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And then you open your eyes.
Welcome back, friends. I would really like it if anybody would like to share their meditation experience as well. Now it's been 2 weeks. Have you been able to let go of the thoughts? What are you experiencing? Are you feeling more calm? Are you able to let go? And if there are any questions about the concept we discussed in the beginning, please feel free to ask. It was something new, so if anybody has any questions about that, yeah, you can raise your hand or unmute yourself. Yes, yes, Shilpi ji.
Yeah, meditation helped me a lot. Like, I'm a very sensitive person and I get deeply hurt, and I hold on to emotions very well, very much. But now I'm like trying to release those emotions so I feel less hurt.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you, Prabhakar, for sharing. If you would like to share your insights or if there are any doubts or anyone else. So, friends, I would say that please do join the next 4 sessions as well. We will dig deeper into these agreements. And I think till then, just think about what we discussed today, that have we set unattainable levels of perfection for ourselves? What does this word really mean? And why do we have the beliefs that we do? Did they come from within us? Or are we just trying to set some standards set by the society around us? And the inner judge, the inner critic that is always constantly punishing us or criticizing us. So, how active is that inner judge
Um,
or critic
we have
within?
heard about like positive criticism also, like when we tell kids or someone like they are not doing something, so we just give them a hype with positive criticism. That's not a bad thing.
Give me an example of positive criticism.
Uh,
Like maybe
just
some advice or guidance, you mean?
like if the child is not studying or something, we just give them example of how we used to do things, like in our times. So it's not like we are degrading them, but we are just telling them like we also were doing these things and you have to do it. So they take it like uh, why are they telling us every time? So but this is a positive criticism, like you have to match some levels.
But ma'am, again, like, that is what the beginning of this is asking us to question, that what are these levels that have to be met? Who
That's
decided these?
uh,
And
as a
what on
parent.
what basis are we imposing these on our children as well? Like, of course, it's important to tell them to study, but then at the same time, like one of the agreements is do your best, and then, don't worry. So,
I
what
feel
are we? Hmm.
I feel like the till the time a child grows, like till the time 12 or 13 years they come, we have to set some standards for them that is parents only said, yes, I agree. Then after that, we have to remove those standards and let them decide. But some things they have to be given. Otherwise, how do we direct them? So initially, till they reach a age of 12 to 13, then we give them some standards, and then slowly and gradually we leave them independent. Then they have to set their own standards, and we have to be happy with that.
So, ma'am, see, like, of course, parenting is a very complicated subject. Everyone has their own views on how things have to be done. But I believe, and one thing that we have been seeing is that the best way to, even if you want to teach someone something to the kid, is be an example yourself. Like, till date, I learned from my parents as per how they behave and what they say and what example they set for me, and rather than the instructions that are given, like, I, as children, I don't really know how much impact does it have. So of course, people, what you are saying has been continued on for generations, where the elders tell that, oh, what we did in our time and how things used to be. But every person has their own journey. Of course, you can guide them, but do we all often forget that demarcation, that are we guiding them, or in the form of positive criticism, are we again telling them how to live by the society and society's rules? Or can we let them develop as per their own, uh, you know, as per their own inner thing, like by setting an example uh, by yourself instead of this criticism? Because I have just, yes, yes, ma. Yes, Shilpi ma'am, you've raised your hand.
What I believe is, like, more than speaking, if you set the right environment for the kid, that is a better option because kids don't like to listen much. But setting a correct environment around them helps them. But sometimes we have to go on pinching them also. So that happens. But setting a great environment in the family around us, that is a better option.
Hmm. But I would say that instead of this word positive criticism, a good word to replace it with is then motivating them. Because I think that in itself can make the entire difference. One thing is also creating the environment, but one thing is also setting the environment by yourself. For example, I remember that when my parents wanted to inculcate the habit of reading in me, so they didn't just tell me that, oh, we used to read when we were young, or reading is good for you. They created that 1 hour in the evening where everybody sat and had to read. They also got their books and started reading. So creating the environment, setting the example, and then motivating instead of criticism is the right way to go. Because see, by only children, as we grow up also, everybody always gives us advice thinking that they're trying to guide us and help us. But majority times this criticism from the outside is what leads to the fear within the children itself. That's why from such a young age people are having anxiety, because they have this fear ki, okay, like, we are supposed to do what we are told, and if we don't do that, then what, how will our parents judge, how, what will our parents say, what?
But I believe that this level we can do it at our home, what you're saying, setting. But our
Yes.
Indian education system is like that. Like, we have not reached to that level of westernized culture right now. Indian education system is where it sets standards. So that things is inbuilt in our system.
But mom, this is not a westernized standard. Like, I'm sorry, I just, like, I feel first of all, the majority role of the parents can play. I think that would be 70%. So if at least they are trying and setting this standard, then that in itself is having the majority impact on the child. And rest 30%, the what, see, it's like what we can control, that we can see. But rest of the times also, if the child is learning something from the school and they're coming back with queries that this happened with me, so the perspective that the parent can show will also have an impact. So if suppose the child is being scolded a lot for not getting good marks, then the parents are also scolding him or her after getting back, then it's just creating pressure with no really good output. So how are parents showing a different view or a different way to approach the same thing as compared to the school? So at least let's just take responsibility for what is in our hands. And then slowly that's what like we are also trying to do, trying to take meditation and all of these concepts to the schools as well. Because we are never really taught about all of this as kids. We are just
Yeah,
taught
I
how
do
to
agree.
get the best marks, but
But this is the need of the hour. Emotional handling is more important for the child right now than scoring grades. Like emotional intelligence is now need of the hour.
yes,
I
and yeah, and parents can be the best guiding factors on this because they have the most impact on us through childhood and even later on. So schools will hopefully also catch up, but at least parents can start.
okay. Thank you.
That, sorry, just to add one more thing, that is what the author is talking about. That as we grow up, this reward and punishment thing that we grow up with helps us develop these beliefs that maybe the meaning of success is only having the biggest house and the biggest car, and then we strive towards that, and when we are not able to achieve that, we feel as if we are failures. But what if we have our own definition of success? What if I'm doing more purposeful work and I'm living in a satisfied way? I might not have a Mercedes. Can I still think of myself as a success? So today, Chandra sir left his job in the US. He was the president. He owned the company, decided that meditation is his way of life, and that's what he wants to spread to people. And he set up this foundation. So can that became his new definition of success as compared to what standard the society had set for him or for others? So that is what the author is asking us, that a lot of fear, even in adults, and how it starts from childhood itself, is coming from all of these agreements that we form when we accept completely what is being told to us. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone for joining. Let's explore all of these further in detail in the next 4 sessions. That now that we have these agreements, what can we do differently? And these will also, like for adults who are out there, these agreements are also something that will help path of, living in the society and just dealing with what we have to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.